5 regions, 50 teams, over 1,800 matches per year. Onivia, League of Legends highlights heaven.
And the Corki is
They realize what patch we're on, so Corki does come through in the end.
The Corki is the obvious pick, so no surprise about that one. Can often have a happy time laning against Syndra.
Kongdu Monster going to be face checking in onto Jin Air. Roach leading the charge, already knocked down quite low. Gets the shield, has to flash out of the backside, but several members of Jin Air has been popped. Empty flashing over the wall, almost goes down. Orb from Edge not going to connect onto Snowflower. They'll whittle them away, but lots of summoning spells blown on both sides. Soul coming over the wall. That's going to be the first blood as he picks up one onto Kuzan. Another devastating start for Jin Air.
In a level 14 summer season especially, but I know that I think we've got the most talent so far this season.
T coming around the side.
Nice sidesteps from Edge.
Yeah, nice sidestep. Look at that damage coming through. He throws out the ultimate. He just rips apart.
It just reached level 6. Nice turnaround. Red side invades because it's Syndra ready to play.
So on pushing forward. Roach has the ultimate. It's going to go ahead, pop out the depth charge. He gets knocked up. They flash forward for the slow on the Riptide. Takes a big burst of damage. Holding on to the flash. Just is going to go ahead, give himself over, and Punch picks up another kill. Or his first kill,
late game. Feels like Kongdu have a slight lead, but certainly not a massive one. They're the only tank on the map. Speaking of tanks.
And Roach going for a very aggressive play onto Soon. Going to have to flash the wall. If he comes in, flash. The Dragon's Rage coming through immediately. They lay out the red carpet for him, and that's going to be one dead Nautilus. Killing blow goes over to Umti. And Roach just wrong place, wrong time, and he pays for that.
Yeah, clean stuff from him.
Immediately away from that Mantra Q. Doesn't want to get locked up by the tether.
Safety first. Knew his team wasn't there to pick up the pieces.
He's coming around the back. Kuzan going forward with the Valkyrie. That's going to be the equalizer coming down, and Gugar's going to be the first one to fall as Umti picks up the kill. Curtain call opened by Soul. As Roach comes in, trying to lock them up as best as possible. Flashes in, gets the dredge line in onto Umti, but Roach is still going to go down. Kuzan comes up with the kill. There's no one from Kongdu Monster close enough to capitalize on that Lee Sin, who is
someone being the anchor of their team. There's another one that's not a special.
Speaking of which, so on, he will go down. They hand the kill over to Punch nicely on the back end of that end of the line. Wreaking havoc on this Graves health pool. Soul just sitting inside of that equalizer. Knows it's not going to burn him from 100 to 0, but meanwhile, Roach comes into the backside. No one else is there from Kongdu to capitalize on this, and he falls.
Yeah. Basically, the entire health bar used by
turret. Well, Roach has been pushing up the wave in mid, but going to be plenty of clear coming around from the side. Hook goes in onto Umti. They pop him up. They immediately burst him down as Edge comes away with a kill. Teddy gets locked up. Has that heal to keep him up, but that will be a tier 1 going down in
15 minutes from when we close the broadcast. So what you doing, man?
Yeah, walking into the jungle blindly, right up against that wall, leads to a lot of damage from Punch. Throws down that equalizer, but the dredge line connects.
Oh, he might get a turn here.
Wow, the Ash Arrow from Teddy, able to buy enough time for him to burn down Punch with that big flame spitter. And now they're going to be looking for Roach, trying to cut him off with that tidal wave. He'll kite back, but he's still so low. The bubble does connect onto him, and the rest of Jin Air are collapsing. So what looked like a big pickup for Kongdu Monster gets turned on its head.
Overextend.
See Soon going for the most damage.
Considering a teleport.
Large rod. Cougar going low. The heal comes out from Soul, but it's not going to be enough to keep him alive. Or is it? The shield at the last second. Kuzan will not find the kill, but now Soul in a bad spot. Snowflower goes
double kill.
A double kill for Teddy, taking out the bottom lane of Kongdu Monster. Redemption comes down. It's going to pop them back up to healthy. Roach
comes Edge.
Yet again, all alone, right in the front line, but Edge pinching in from the side, not going to get caught by that Nami bubble, but now Soon's coming in. It's got so much damage that Edge just has to flash away from that flame spitter. Tosses back out another orb.
It's not unwinnable for Kongdu.
Roach, he's still at about half HP, trying to take up as best as he can. The orb from Edge not going to connect. That's going to be the Nautilus falling. Punch flashing away. Teddy trying to chase in to get in range, but he's going to go ahead.
Roach looking for a pick is actually 2-man Baron at the same time.
Yeah, but that's going to be Snowflower going down, and now they find this out. Kuzan, maybe in a bad spot. Cougar jumping forward. The root from the Deadly Flourish connects, and Kuzan, he's going to go down. Punch comes up with a kill, and now Kongdu, they're going to go and turn straight in onto this Baron. Umti is still alive, has the smite, but no flash. The dash his way into the pit.
They're not even thinking about interrupting. That's a big
comes
equalizer.
Down, Ash Arrow comes down on the Soul, but he's not standing inside of the Rumble Ultimate, but that's going to be Soon coming up with the kills. He takes out Punch. They turn this one completely on its head. Umti comes over the wall. Curtain call opened up. Look at that heal coming through. That should be a big deny on.
Pushed up in mid at the same time as they started a 2-man Baron. They weren't being safe. Sure, you need to provide a distraction, but there's providing a distraction, and there's just giving over a free kill. Kongdu turn on to Baron, but stay on it too long, and the equalizer wrecks.
On this Karma won't do a terrible lot of damage.
New waves and side lanes are very equal, not playing the map, so they're looking for picks.
T goes low, but heal from Snowflower still adequate to keep him alive. Has that Guardian Angel as well. Equalizer comes through. Roach will get locked up here from the beginning of the fight. Curtain Call gets opened up. Soul just free firing away, trying to find Kuzan. Third shot won't connect. Finds Snowflower with the last one. It's still not enough to kill him, but the deadly flourish is so on. Way too far forward. All on its lonesome. A double kill coming through for Soul. 3 members on the side of Jin Air dead, including Umti, and now Kongdu will be able to go back over towards this Baron. It's all on Kuzan and Teddy to try to keep this out of the hands of Kongdu Monster. Kuzan still down to half HP.
Yeah, Teddy will walk up, also full health, so there's a chance, but it's 280 carries. It's so difficult to pull off. Kuzan's gonna die.
Oh, there we go. Flash forward. Soul has that fourth and final shot. Takes out the Quirky. And Kongdu Monster, after losing that fight, after losing the Elder Dragon, blow this game wide open.
We've seen crueler defeats inflicted than this.
There we have Kongdu. Dredgeline connects on the Kuzan. Can they pop in? The deadly push comes through, and Edge finds the kill with the Unleashed Power. Teddy in such a bad spot, just trying to get a kill. On the Edge. He's still alive for now, and that's going to be Edge going down. Punch as well has fallen as Teddy picks up a kill. First Nexus turret goes down. Roach gets popped up by the bubble. He's going to fall. Jin Air, they might be able to hold on. Soul trying to come up with a kill. Has 2 more shots left in the gun, but Teddy is able to kite back in time. Curtain Call opening up, looking for Umti. Can they find the shot? The 4th one might be able to kill him, but they aren't able to land it. Now 3 members of Jin Air still there. So the minions die so quickly. Curtain Call will be opened up, but so on. Decently tanky. But that's going to be the turret falling all the same. Double stun coming through, so on. Not going to get hit by the deadly flourish. It goes over onto Umti.
Equalizer.
Big ulti comes down on the back line, but they get healed up immediately from that redemption. And him will go down. Jin Air, can they find a turnaround?
They got punch.
Get punch with that Ashe ulti. They're able to take him down, but Umti gets popped in the meantime.
He's free hitting.
Gets locked up. The Dredgeline coming through. There's going to be another kill for Edge as he takes out the Quirky.
Teddy can win this fight.
Kongdu Monster, they still have to back off. Teddy is full HP, still has the heal available, and can just fire off from the back line.
In recent fights.
All right, well, here we go. Baron taking so much damage. Kongdu pouring over onto this one. Now, about to break 3,000 HP. It goes low. Punch is able to come with a kill. Equalizer thrown down. Cougar and Edge both being burned down. Asher connects onto the Karma, and he will fall. Punch jumping back with the collateral damage.
This Jin
will be able to create enough distance. Curtain Call comes through. Umti takes that 4th and final shot. Time for a steal. This would be it right here for his team. Elder Dragon down below 5,000 right about now. Yes, Dredgeline will not connect. Roach gets hit up. Umti goes in for the kick, but only finds the Nautilus. Elder Dragon down, 2,000. It's got to start to leash out. It goes low. Punch goes in. He gets it at 80 HP. Umti flashing over the wall, barely alive. Will be able to make it out. Roach getting hit up by the Ashe. Will get hit by that arrow. Throws out the Dredgeline. Would have been a suicide attempt, but he stays alive for now.
Got an first match victory. Will they try to brute force it, or will they look for a pick?
I think they have to just go right in for it. Kick in onto Punch. He goes low. Equalizer thrown down, but it won't get much. Redemption comes through and Punch is suddenly back up to half HP. 3rd inhib, just for being cautious, will go down. Massive stun. 3 members of Jin Air get locked up. The Nexus down to half HP.
Fight.
They're just trying to force up onto this one, but Edge is going to be the first one to fall. But Cougar is free firing from the top of the Nexus. I think he might be able to get it done. Soul is here to back him up, and there we go. Kongdu Monster, after so many losses, finally put a win on the board.
Finally, the tears from the cheerfuls can be put away. A bit of happiness for this team finally comes their way. You can see MC explodes into the booth. They finally did it. It was so close. The 3rd game, definitely you saw both lineups kind of falling away in terms of strategy. There were some very rough moments and shot calls from both teams, but that's to be expected. They're right at the bottom of the ladder. They are younger players as well, so no old voices to really inform the shot call. It meant a lot of mistakes, but just about over the line for Kongdu Monster. They will not go over to IEM Katowice without a match victory. They're finding their first of the season, and now there's not actually that much to split. Jin Air Green Wings and Kongdu Monster on the ladder.
Jin Air now going to be falling to sole position of 9th place underneath the Rocks Tigers. Will still have their heads above the water.
Game score is
compared
better
to
than
Kongdu.
Monster, yep.
But still, Kongdu getting themselves back on track.
Barely.
Barely so. It was rough around all of the edges, but they're able to come up with their first win Valentine's Day was yesterday. This is the only match that they wanted. They were able to get it.
Feeling the love from their crowd for the first time.
Thank you guys for watching. If you disliked this video, hit that button. If you liked it, hit the like button and subscribe.